What up, people? My name's Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust, a name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. Shout out to all you subscribers, all you new subscribers, especially all you returning subscribers. Big you all up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. Let's keep it moving. I'm gonna make sure that everything is all good on my side. You know what I mean? Because yeah, if there's any technical difficulties, I gotta do what's necessary. But anyway, now that that's sorted, let me get my notes. I want to be as quick as possible when doing this live stream. That's why you should stay subscribed, because when I'm live, you'll be able to know, because there's certain information that's going to be outdated. Do you know what I mean? So you might as well subscribe right now. All right, let me just get into what we're going to react to in this particular video. And because I'm going to edit now, I want to get, yeah, if you know, you know. So if you're a Clipse fan, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Clearly, you must be a Clipse fan if you're already subscribed to this channel, because I reacted to plenty of Kendrick Lamar tunes and I still have to react to more. So if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, you're a Clipse fan. If you're a Clipse fan, you're a Pusha T fan. If you're a Pusha T fan, you are a Clipse fan. And if you're a Clipse fan, you're a No Malice fan. If you're a No Malice fan, you are a, you know what I mean? If you are the Clipse fan, you're also a fan of the Neptunes, not just Pharrell Williams. All right? Don't ever get that twisted. If you know, you know. Anyway, let's just get into it, because the Clipse have released a new song. Get me? About time I react to it. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, share. Make sure you let everyone know that I'm live right now. Get me? Let's keep it moving. It's called it's called Ace. Is this the music video or the actual audio? What's going on? It's probably just the audio. But we move. Let's go.
What would you say to men who think therapy is a sign of weakness?
When you have a proven plan for finding support and help, whether that's...
Anyway, let's go.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho. You had...
I know what you're thinking, right? Why is it Pusha D is always talking about snow? Snow. You know what I mean? Like, why? Nah, let's keep moving. Shout out to Pusha T, because he does rap about other stuff. It's just that this is, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The fact that he's rapping alongside his brother again, that means so much. Nah, for real, it means a lot, because I've been waiting. Because do you know what it is? There was like Pusha T kept on saying, "Oh, his brother's not really making music like that anymore." You know what I mean? He's doing other stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, and it got to a point where we may never hear a No Malice verse ever again, like a new one. And then when I heard they were in studio together, I'm like, all right, we might get something. Then they released something like a while back. I can't remember the name of the tune, but No Malice had a verse, right? But his name wasn't No Malice. He changed it to Malice. If that was it, Malice or something? No. I can't even remember the specific details. All I know is he was back, but it was for a very, very short time. So for the Clipse to be back like this, yeah, you know what I mean? I just only hope it reunites the Neptunes, because I know, Chad Hugo's been having some issues with Pharrell Williams and that. So hopefully they can reconcile, get the production levels on different levels, because we're gonna need that in the next couple of years still. You know what I mean? Not just for the Clipse, but for new artists. They need that Neptune sounds. That Neptune sound different. Let's go.
Had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace, trumpets, and rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy. How could you...
sins of a father, so I call that little meat cheese. If you don't get that, but there was other bars in there where, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. Slip Rick, and he's from South London. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Ferraducci, if you know that logo, you know that logo. But Slip Rick, yeah, he is one of the pioneers, if not the pioneer, when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to rapping, in terms of storytelling. Yeah, you see how when you what you're hearing lyrically from like these brothers, yeah, they're literally they're storytelling, and we're seeing the clips, yeah, the irony, but like we're seeing that, right? And yeah, like people need to put respect on Slick Rick's name. When you're talking about top 5, put him in it. If you're talking about this Mount Rushmore, which we'll talk about at another time, but like put him in it. Because without Slick Rick, I am telling you, a lot of these rappers will not exist. They wouldn't exist. He created that platform to be able to storytell. And you know the funny thing about it, right? He also rapped in a British accent. Lottie Lottie, we like to party. Do you know what I mean? Like, once upon a time, not too long ago, like that's a British accent. Do you not hear it? So it always cracks me up when some Americans, I'm gonna say some, when they will try to belittle like rappers in the UK, acting as if you can't understand their accent when you know within America as a whole, different states have different accents. So you can understand mumble rap from a different state, but you can't understand a rapper with a British, or well, it depends what British accent you want to say, because it could be from Manchester, it could be from London. In fact, even South London and North London have a different kind of twang, but it doesn't matter. We'll get into that. It's just the nuances. If you know, you know, in it. Get me? It's like some people can tell, like, oh, anyway, like I say, some people can tell that I'm from South London, but it's because of the nuances of the words I say and how I say them and stuff like that. But yeah, look, and obviously, Split Rick's from South London. But anyway, yeah. So, and it's funny because even then, he was also one video he was drinking tea, or at least having a cup of tea. You know. But yeah, man, that aside, yeah, I feel like you've got to put respect on Split Rick's name. That's all I'm trying to say on there, right? That's all I'm trying to say. But let me get straight to the point. The point I was trying to make was the little Michi line. Sins of a father, right? And we'll talk about this later on. If you stay, make sure you stay watching this live stream. If you know what I mean. And so basically, long story short, 50 Cent has had a dispute with Big Meech. Yeah. Now, Big Meech, if you didn't know, has a son called Little Meech. Demetrius Flannery Sr., Big Meech, has a problem with 50 Cent. Now, 50 Cent has a problem with him, rather, should I say, because of a particular incident that took place. Now, I don't know if it's real or fake, but we could talk about that later. However, what I do want to say is this. Little Meech, which is Demetrius Flannery Jr., he is playing his father in the BMF series that is executively produced by 50 Cent. And, because of the dispute that they have, that 50 has with Little Meech's dad, sins of a father. That means, like, there ain't going to be no more BMF, apparently. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we could talk about that another time. But I just wanted to keep that in mind. We're going to just beat it up for a few seconds. Let's go.
On repeat, sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy, how could you and me be? Ever seen his peers, can't compare, you just CC. Don't you know these clears in my ears, only VVs? Play musical chairs, Fred Astaire through these GTs. Too much wear and tear on your bitch, she couldn't please me. White glove service with the brick, I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy and disappeared, I am Houdini. Look at them, him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got.
Wait, what's it about to say about Yeezy? Do you know what's interesting? Yeah, even without looking at the visuals, and you listen, you can actually visually, you know what I mean? Because when you mentioned about Luigi, the white gloves, do you know what I mean? I'm picturing the white glove, like, do you know what I mean? And I think even before that, you mentioned about Brick, do you know what I mean? Anyway, like the bars are just too brazy. They're just too brazy. Now, for some, it might depend. Put it this way, I feel like I'm gonna have to do like well, I may do it, I may not. I don't know because I may forget, and I ain't in the mood to write things down right now. But I feel like I need to do a tier list of, like advanced rap, intermediate rap, and beginners rap. You know what I mean? And let people know the artists that are from in each tier. And I mean no disrespect to anybody. Do you know what I mean? If I put them in the beginners list or whatever list, because look, there's a rapper or MC or, you know what I mean, artist for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, let's not get that twisted. If you like someone to be fake and fraudulent, that's for you. If you like someone to be, I guess, like as authentic as they can be, and rap about the lifestyle that they have lived, then now living through within that present moment or whatever the case may be, then there's an artist there like that. If you like the braggadocious rap, then there's you know what I mean? There's artists out there. If you like that luxurious rap, then there's an artist for you for that. If you like a mixture of all of them, then do you know what I mean? Like, there's no point in this or that. You know what I mean? It's like, if you like this, then you can only like this. There's no point. We're human beings. Do you know what I mean? We're human beings. Let's keep moving. But to me, authenticity always matters whenever you mix up anything, regardless. Let's go.
Him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegees. Had your interviews, I just key life's peachy. ASAP with Riri, you rappers all beneath me. But love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach me, Ballerinas, doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping sprees in Soho, you had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose modes. Penny Alavaca, Panama fishing village, visiting with Papa, with choppas. All of you in pasta, simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that
I like how they keep on bringing this up. To let you know, this is hip hop. Do you know what I mean? DJ Cool Herc, DJ Clark Kent, get me? Man, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's go.
I just thought it looked like it was built by NASA. Over $500,000 we call for Kasha. Reaching for Akasha. Never leaving home without my piece like I'm a Hatma. From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars.
And speaking of Mufasa, make sure you stay subscribed to this channel. Make sure you like, comment, share, all that. But make sure you stay on to this live. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say anything else more other than that. You know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned. All right? Just stay tuned. Let's go.
Angrata, mi casa su casa. Drugs killed my team spirit. Welcome to Nirvana. Fuji Lala.
Hey, the boss. Like, listen, I will. You know what's mad, yeah? It's just the fact of, when you hear certain references and it's like you want to put up on each and every single one of them, but I ain't got time for that. I literally don't have time for that. But if you catch them, you catch them. Do you know what I mean? That Nirvana bar, though, we're putting it up. That Nirvana bar was cold. If you know, you know. And look, see, Dapper Dan. If you know, you know. Do you know what I mean? This is hip hop culture. If you know, you know.
Persona non grata, mi casa su casa. Drugs killed my team spirit. Welcome to Nirvana. You was Fuji Lala. How was Alibaba? Dressed in house of Gucci, made from selling Lady Gaga. Hakuna Matata. Island wearing tie-dye. Umbrella in my roles. Match the one that's in this my tie. Listen, you are not I. Cross T's, dot I's. I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila. Ballerina.
Hey, yo. Because it's true. Nah, wait a minute. Wait. It genuinely is true. Like, if you caught the beginning of this live stream, you will understand and if you are a Clipse fan, you will understand how true that is. Let's keep it moving. Let's go.
I'm a tata, island wearing tie-dye, umbrella in my rolls, match the one that's in this my tie. Listen, you are not I, cross T's, dot I's. I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila. Ballerinas, doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping sprees in Soho, you had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose moles.
Jeez! Jeez! Yeah, me. If I was a Jamaican DJ, I'd be like, put it. I listen. And they got an album that's coming out called Let God Sort 'Em Out. Listen, I can listen, I'm just so grateful to be in this position to be able to react to music or react to any piece of content, but also to react to content where I know I can truly appreciate based on the fact of growing up listening to the Clipse, and then for them to, not have made music for a long time, and then for them to come back and still deliver, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a normal everyday. Like, they've been releasing music on a regular. Don't get me wrong, yeah. I'm not saying that they needed to play catch up or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that, but like, it's like, for example, with movies. I'm gonna use movies as a prime example. You know how you can have a movie come out 1 year, in fact, 1 decade, yeah, in 1 decade, but in the next decade, yeah, that's when they release a sequel, and then the sequel isn't as great, and maybe also on the flip side, if you want to talk about money, like the money and the momentum isn't as great as it would have been had they released the sequel probably a few years later after the first movie, if that makes sense. But what they've done here is they've literally just said, we're just carrying on from where we left off. Basically, they just carry on from where they left off. And obviously, Pusha T's been releasing music, like, you know what I mean? But it's different when it's like with your own like with your brother. Like, it's completely different. It's just completely different. Like, I feel like No Malice puts a proper, like, if you got a sibling, right? Like, you would know there's a certain level of energy where they'd be able to inspire you to a level where you wouldn't even think imaginable, but they've inspired you. Do you understand? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like an unspoken thing, and maybe some people speak of it, but it's unspoken. Like, it's just like a natural thing. Like, I'm not saying you can't be inspired by other people, because you can. Don't get it twisted. But there's this level of like the energy is just different when you're both as good as well. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's look at this. Subscribe, man. What are we doing? And you can subscribe to my channel as well. Like, all right. If they think I'm going to listen to the same coke rap in 2025 I did 20 years ago, they're absolutely correct. Nah, for real though. Nah, for real. That No Matters verse is crazy. Every material bar is Italian, violence in English, drug talk in Spanish, and spiritual bars in Hindi. wait a minute. Do you see the levels? Like, there's levels, then there's levels. There's levels. Yo, the more I listen to this track, the better it gets. Nah, for real. Because I just, even me when I rewound it, you know what I mean? I get that energy. It's like I feel like I need to listen to it again and again. Anyway, I'm gonna put that. I feel like I need to listen to this again and again. Welcome back. No. Of course. The T continues the level. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, I feel very privileged to be able to listen to that. Like, if there was more time for me to react to that again, I will react to it again in terms of rewinding it again. I genuinely would. But anyway, they mentioned Mufasa in this tune, right? And guess who played Mufasa in? Well, guess who played Mufasa in The Lion King? Yeah, of course. James Earl Jones. We know. But as far as of recent, it was the live action one. It was Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. Hey, Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. Hey, Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. Hey, but speaking of Mufasa, speaking of Aaron Pierre, and speaking of South London as well, because the brother from South London as well. We're gonna react to Teyana Taylor's new joint. Let me get the name of it again. Teyana Taylor. We're gonna react to her new joint, which Aaron Pierre is actually in. Yeah, the video's called Long Time. So let's just get straight into it. So if you're a Teyana Taylor fan, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it pushing. If you're Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. I can't get, like, you know, when you say someone's name and it's associated with something now, sometimes for me personally, and you can leave your answer comments below, does it just get stuck in your head, especially if there's a song linked to their name now? Do you know what I mean? Like Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. But nah, for real though. Yeah, we're gonna react to Long Time by Teyana Taylor. And it's funny because Teyana Taylor and Pusha T also worked somewhat together. You know what I mean? Well, for the most part. You know what I mean? Under good music, even though, you know. But let's keep moving, let's go.
When I think about how I divide my time, it's very carefully. I'm Alex Diaz. I'm a professional marketer in Seattle.
Previously on Escape Room.
This nigga. He created this fire in me. Yeah, I just simply wanted him to love me back to life, that's it. But no, the hardest part was realizing I should have walked out this bitch a long time ago. Yeah, but I ignored the signs. Yeah, the flags was slapping me upside the face, but I loved you.
Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be someone who is acting as Iman Shrup? I can't say his name in it. Hear me? Is that supposed? Like, I could be wrong here, innit? Obviously, but yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's what it is. But you know what I mean? Like, but I do want to say something, and you know what? I'm gonna just keep like, listen. Do you, innit? Whatever is ordained by God is ordained by God, and let me not interfere with other people's situations. But I will say this: put God first. Keep God in all walks of area of your lives. You know what I mean? That part. I'm talking about God. I'm not talking about, yeah, me. That yeah, let's keep it moving.
You nigga.
One thing about Teyana Taylor, she knows how to make good music videos. Coming like some hero. I'm like Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. He actually looks like Scar though, but let's keep it moving. And he looks like obviously some of you may not know him, but I think I did a reaction video to one of these songs before, but he reminds me of one brother from that I used to go to school with, or secondary school with. That's who it kind of reminds me of. But anyway, let's keep moving. And I did go to school in Croydon still.
How you gon' punish a punisher? You out here stressing your blessings, boo. You know I bring out the best in you. Turning a fade while I'm sexing you. I did the crimes on the run with you. Taking the charge I'm confessing to. When you ain't right, I go left with you. But now there's nothing else left to do. I kept you inspired. I lent you my fire. You let me get tired.
That's a bit narcissistic. Hey, I know what I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say. All right, that's a bit narcissistic. Leave your answer in the comments below. Is that not narcissistic? And it's fine if it is, and it's fine if it isn't. You know what I mean? But that kind of is narcissistic. But even if it is true, then it's true, innit? But sometimes there's a level of exaggeration where it's like, you may think it's true, but it's not true. It's just an exaggerated or anyway, let's keep moving. Let's go.
And the truth is, I didn't end when it was over. Baby, it's been over a long time. Didn't end when it was over. Now the door is closed for closure. Should've been walked out this beach a long time, long time, long time, long time, long time. Should've been walked out this bitch a long time, long time, long time, long time. Should've been walked out this bitch a long time.
That choreography is crazy. Like, are you deep in that choreography? She's moving like she's like some AI robot or something. Like, let's go.
Should've been walked out this bitch a long time.
Like, it's malfunctioning, but not malfunctioning.
Should've been walked out this bitch a long time.
Alright, bear with me, and I'm just trying to figure this out properly. With her face being covered, it looks like it's a veil, not necessarily a mask. And the fact that there's red or whatever, I feel like that represents blood or whatever. Am I wrong? Am I right? Leave my answer in the comments section below. Leave your answer in the comments section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Because I feel like what she's done in this music video is she's telling a story of what she's experienced or how she feels or whatever the case may be. That's what it seems like to me. And one thing I do appreciate about R&B music or in music in general, like, is the level of authenticity from start to finish. And I'm talking about from the sonics or the songs itself, the sonics as well, because the production, but also we have to talk about the visuals. That's also another key element. You know what I mean? That adds authenticity. So if she's, you know, having this sort of wedding dress that is, you know what I mean? Like covered in some parts of blood. It kind of would make sense in terms of knowing what she like. I don't know the full story. I've been hearing things here and there. It's like I don't really want to pay attention to news like that. If I'm honest, I want to be very conscious with the things I want to pay attention to. So, but it's only like, don't get it twisted. I feel like I had an inkling of what this music video, not a music video, this song in general is going to be like. But because it's Teyana Taylor in it, but like, but the fact that I Aaron Pierre's in it. I'm like, no, I've got to watch this because it's got Aaron Pierre in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to support another South London brother. Here's what it is. Let's go. I'm looking like what do you call it? A tramp.
Should have been walked out this bitch a long time.
I kissed the cliff of commitment because you promised to save me. Ego disguised hurt, driving the brakes of my heart off the ledge. Free falling in silence. You did everything but kill me.
Damn. Alright, Teyana. Wait, what? Ecstasy remix with Nomini and Teyana Taylor? That isn't scheduled for me to react to today, but we will get to that. Don't ever get that twisted. And on the same day, I will react to Sierra when she's actually doing her set at DJ AG Online as well. Do you know what I mean? Let's go.
Falling to my final goodbye.
Wow. Wow.
Being alone's not a good thing right now. Cause when you're home it feels empty somehow. Something is wrong cause I can't keep a smile. Cause we're both fighting your demons now. It's too many dark days. No.
Yeah, so I'm clearly right about the whole wedding dress and the blood thing, because now she's in a red dress, but also she's laying on red, and obviously it's a crime scene, so that represents blood. That's insane to me. Not insane, but like, you know, when you just think, got it. That, you know what I mean? That's that moment.
Don't peace up in here, still keep you facing my heart, babe. Best of us disappear. You said that you will love me till you die, but I guess love must be a lie. Why won't you love me back to life? I'm dying. You said that you'll die for me, but you won't even fight. Guess I'm the only one who dies. Why won't you love me back to life? I'm dying.
Even love is something you must escape.
Why won't you love me back to life?
No. I'm gonna say this. No, love you do not escape from. All right? No. You don't escape.
We've got 3 hours.
Love is not something you escape from. I'm gonna stand by that. Love is not something you escape from. Yeah, it is something you fully embrace. And if you put it this way, now this is what I'm about to say is religious, spiritual, whatever. Yeah, if you love God, which you should, but I'm gonna just say if you love God, then naturally what will happen is naturally all the things that is for you will fall into place, and the love of your life will, you know what I mean, fall into place at the right time, the right moments. You know what I mean? And it's not something you escape from. It's something you fully embrace. And you will find out even more. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not good at explaining things in terms of this type of subject. I'm just not. But one thing I am fully certain of is the connection between God and love. And when you put those two together, you merge the two together, you ain't gonna escape that. You know what I mean? You can't, because there's no way escaping God. Because even if you let's say you don't believe in God, you know what I mean? Like, which that's your life, that's your journey, but it still doesn't stop the fact that God exists. You know what I mean? It still doesn't stop that God's still going to be there for you in your life regardless. You know what I mean? That So the point I'm trying to make is the same thing with love. Love is anyway. All I'm trying to say is you can't escape love. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you feel you've been done wrong by someone, communicate with them. That's what you need to do. Communicate. You know what I mean? If they lack understanding and empathy, then find a way for them to understand, because everything is about language. Like, for example, like if like shouting at someone, you know what I mean, doesn't necessarily that mean that the drop doesn't mean that whatever you're shouting them about, you know, like when you shout to a child or whatever, like, and obviously they're in the wrong, but like it's not going to get through to them. But sometimes if you speak to them on, I don't explain it. Look, let's just put it this way: end of the day, you can't escape love. All right, but I do appreciate the visuals as well, because Teyana Taylor does what she does, so that is for certain. It's good to see that Aaron Pierre, get me, Aaron Pierre, that's Teyana's. Aaron Pierre, that's Teyana's. We're gonna have to say that now. Well, maybe based on the video. But no, for real though, like it's a good video. I appreciate how they how everything, like the way it started and then the way it ended, it felt like Aaron Pierre came to pick her up and help her. Do you know what I mean? Just basically help her basically. Again, so she's not necessarily escaping love, is she? Anyway. Let's see what people say in the comments real quick. Aaron Pierre, that's Teyana's. Please understand that of a relationship is not that of you. I see. We got to be careful the words we're using here now. Get me? Like I'm not even gonna like that one now. I'm just not. I'm just not. The visuals, the wardrobe, the star power, the body, the drama. TF. All right, cool. We can like that one. That's fine. The anthem for every woman who gave light to love, that only took light from her and then left her in the dark. I know this pain. Thank God I'm free. You see how she said, thank God she's free. So I will like that. I get you inspired. I let you in my fire. You let me get tired. Narcissist. I will say it again. Narcissist. I allow me in it, like you allow me, because it's like, yo, really, you saying that? Aaron P, yeah, that's the top. Anyway, I mean, you can say what you want to say about Hold on, what's going on my phone? Let's see what people say. Let's leave a comment. I'm gonna say. One thing Teyana is going to do is give you immaculate visuals, and it's good to see Aaron Pierre in this music video short film, because it's basically a short film. It's basically a short film. And speaking of short films, you know, without short films existing in terms of the music perspective, it's thanks to Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, especially for creating this type of concept, especially Michael Jackson. Now, so without further ado, here's what we're going to do. We're going to react to the Jackson 5. I Want You Back. Yeah. The irony of this tree and them reacting to. Anyway. I don't know if I should react to the Ed Sullivan version or not. I really want to. It's just that you know, I will. Actually, no. I just realized it says CBS. We're staying clear of Colombia. That's what we're doing. But I will still find it. Let me do. I mean, that is technically the first performance. But I want to. I'm trying to think where I can find it properly. By the way, if you're a Jackson 5 fan, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. If you're a fan of any of the Jacksons, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Let's keep moving because I'm going to react to more of these. Do you know what? I might just take the risk. No, it'll be this one. Is it this one? Let's see.
AI, over here. Can you go train on our production metrics?
I don't see those in my cloud.
They're in the server room.
Oh, thanks so much, but I'm good.
When you need your AI models to train anywhere, you need Red Hat. Keep your options open.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hollywood Palace. It's wonderful to return as your hostess again, especially tonight when I have the pleasure of introducing a great young star who has been in the business all of his life. He's worked with his family, and when he sings and dances, he likes.
Yeah, we're going back to the other one. I'm not sorry. I just hope they don't block it. If they block it, oh well. And listen, if you're a New Edition fan, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Look at the steps. You cannot tell me how, like, look, the influence is there. You know what I mean? It's literally there. The way they're stepping. You like the way they're stepping. Listen. Look at the spinning. Man's been spinning from when he was a child, bruv. Like, all he does is spin. Not all he does is spinning. Like, Mike's been spinning, bruv. He been spinning. Like, listen, he had everyone spun. Yeah. If you understand the term spun and slang term, you understand. If you don't, I ain't gonna explain. Let's go. You know what's interesting about this performance? And this do you not understand, yeah? Like, it's like Michael Jackson was a kid, bruv. Like, he's a kid at this particular moment. And he's commanding the stage like this. You know what? Some people are just born to do something. He literally was born to do this, bruv. And also, like, obviously the brothers are doing their thing. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. Because you hear the harmonies. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever style it. Like, you hear the harmonies. You know what I mean? And the way that they're in sync, just stepping. Like, hey, if you know, you know. Give me. Shout out to T.O. Jackson and that, man. Jermaine. Give me. I listen, the whole, when you think, oh, man, I don't think they get enough respect and recognition they deserve. Like, yeah, everyone, hollers at or gives respect to Michael Jackson and that. Cool, as you should. But I don't think you understand how the impact they made across the music industry and the entertainment industry. Like, I've been recommended to react to the variety show or something like that. Now I will get onto that. Don't get that twisted. I will try to get onto that. You know what I mean? Like, they're just different levels. They literally changed the game. And then Michael Jackson himself changed it again. Like, how do you change the industry more than once? Anyway, let's go.
Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go, baby. But now since I see you in its arms, I want you back. I do now. I want you back. Ooh, ooh, baby. I want you back. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want you back. Na. Trying to live without your love. Well, sleepless night. Let me show you, girl, that I don't go for right.
I listen, he never grew out of singing the way he sounds, singing the word girl the way he sounds, the way he says it. Girl, like, what song is it? Because I noticed it years ago. Like, he says, the way he says girl is so, no, I won't say funny, but it's like he emphasizes and he exaggerates the word. Like, listen, hold on.
Let me show you, girl, that I don't go for right. Every street you walk on, I leave pin stains on the ground. Following the girl, I didn't even want to ride. Let me tell you now, oh baby, all I need is one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh darling, I was blind to let you go, baby. But now since I see you in its arms,
Hey, listen. Tito on that. That performance was cold. That was cold. Look how long ago that was, though. I wasn't even born, bruv. Do you know? I wasn't even born the time that this happened. Like, that's what's how wild this is. Let's look at the Oh, it says it there anyway. The Jackson 5 Want You Back performed on the Ed Sullivan Show, December 14th, 1969. Yeah, 1969. How old was you in 1969? Leave your answer in the comments section below. Because me, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even footman. Yeah, I wasn't even born yet. That's insane. Like, when you think about it. And the quality of the song as well, like, I'm listening to it. Obviously, I'm reacting, but like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, this is actually a quality song. Like, I remember, who was it? They're trying to say that they did like bubblegum songs. Someone, I forgot who said it, but that their song in bubblegum pop or whatever, this definitely ain't that. It definitely ain't that. Let's see what people say in the comments. Anyway, this dude came out the womb spinning and singing like an angel. What an absolute icon. Like I said, born to do it. The fact that this was in 1969 and it was uploaded on YouTube 53 years later, 2021, and get 74 million views is crazy. And I bet it's got more views now. It's got, let's see, 75.7 million views. That's insane. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson and Tito. Thanks for the memories. He wasn't even 12 years old, and this was a good performance. And this, he wasn't even 12 years old, and he was this good a performer and singer, a true prodigy. His vocals are insane. Such a beautiful video. Anyway, this song, and no, I'm gonna put this performance needs to be studied by music students because the vocals, the vocals, the harmonies, the stage presence, the dancing, it was all top tier. And look how young they were back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how young they were back then. Yeah, like life is amazing. Like, life is genuinely amazing. Genuinely amazing, because you would have never had, like, I can almost bet, had I been around at that time, I can almost bet that I wouldn't even fathom to think, do you know what I mean? Decades later, that, not even a decade later, like, yeah, you could say decade later, the influence of the Jackson 5, do you know what I mean? The way they shaped, because don't get twisted, there were bands, like boy bands before them, don't get it twisted, but like the way they shaped how boy bands ended up becoming, do you get it? Like, they are the blueprint. Do you know what I mean? Look at this. All right, let me give you a prime example of them being the blueprint. You have the Jackson 5, then after that, the next ones that were as big was New Edition, essentially, right? And then from New Edition, yeah, you have Boys to Men, you have BBD, Bill Biv DeVoe, and even LSG. Do you know what I mean? Then that's just from New Edition, and obviously, technically, Boys to Men ain't from New Edition, but you know, Michael Bivins helped co-found that group, or not co-found, but kind of, you know, did this thing with. It kind of helped their career from that the very beginning, if that makes sense. And then aside from that, you have Black Sheep Boys and Backstreet Boys. Like, what do all these names I'm mentioning? What do they all have in common? And then you have NSYNC. Do you get it? Like, you had Boyzone. Like. And then not even I go on further. You have One Direction. Like, I'm saying this to say this. I don't think people understand the influence and inspiration that Jackson have on the music industry, especially. I don't think people really understand. Because if you're a One Direction fan, you have to understand the roots of where this came from, where they come from. This ain't a black thing. This ain't a white thing. This ain't an Asian thing. This ain't whatever. This is just music. You know, understand? This is just music. And Michael Jackson himself said, I'm just paraphrasing, he did say, to start to become great, he studied the greats or something like that to become great on. So that's essentially it, really. And if you think about all the moves that they're making, all the harmonies, this, that, even down to what they're wearing, even like, I forgot to even mention JLS. You know what I mean? Like, even the choreography, the harmonies, the way they move on stage, then you always have that one artist that not goes solo, but there is always that lead singer that ends up having a solo career. Do you know what I mean? Where to the point where when they have a solo career, it stands out. Like, if you think about that, like, okay, Bobby Brown wasn't the lead singer of New Edition, but he went on to be super successful. Then aside from that, Ralph Tresvant was the lead singer. He went on to be super successful from New Edition. Do you like? And then I think Teddy Riley, who also ended up producing for Michael Jackson. Do you understand? All right, listen, there's levels to this. I don't think you understand. But anyway, aside from that, though, like, speaking of inspiration and all that stuff there, talking about solo artists and this and that, it's only right that we continue on to this Jackson reaction in terms of showing you just how inspirational they are. And I'm going to give me a second. I need to get my notes. Also mentioning the Backstreet Boys, I've got their song in my head. Everybody, yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, that's a tune. If you want to react to some Backstreet Boys, leave your answer in the comments below. Let me know. Let me know what songs you want me to react to, and I will do it. I will react to it. Listen. So we're gonna react to. By the way, if you're a Jackson fan, Michael Jackson fan, Janet Jackson fan, Tito Jackson fan, Rebbie Jackson, LaToya Jackson, all the siblings, basically, Marlon, Randy. If you're a fan, Jackie, if you're a fan of these artists, whether as a solo artist or as a group, make sure you subscribe to the channel and let's keep it moving. All right. So, excuse me. What we're going to react to is the Jackson siblings. All 9 Jackson family siblings have now had solo hits on the Billboard chart. Now, listen, I know you may say, yeah, but the Billboards are meaningless now. Or, you know what I mean? Forget all that. This is a remarkable achievement. How many siblings have had a solo hits on the Billboard charts? How many? Do you understand that? How many? But the Jackson have. So let's just keep it moving. So shout out to the Guinness Book of Records. So after, all right, we're going to hit continue with recommended cookies. I don't want no cookies. I'm already getting, yeah. All right, so I'm going to read it from the top. So this is as of June 2016. All right, so most siblings to have solo hits on a Billboard chart. This is in the Guinness Book of Records, yeah? This is their official website. So let's not try any stunts. This is their official website. Who? Jackson siblings. What? 9 total number. Okay, what did they mean by that? Where? United States. When? 4th of June 2016. Here we go. So all 9 children of Joe and Catherine Jackson, which are Rebbie, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, LaToya, Marlon, Michael, Randy, and Janet, all USA, have charted with solo with solo recordings in the USA. Michael Jackson kicked off his family's love affair with Billboard charts when Got to Be There, bowed at number 89 on the Hot 100 on the 30th of October 1971. Almost 45 years later, Tito Jackson, Get It Baby, completed the family set when it debuted at number 29 on the adult R&B songs on the 4th of June 2016. All right? Yeah. And do you know what's interesting? It's just the fact of, when you think about it, I don't think you understand how much of a remarkable achievement that is. Imagine you have nine children. Like, listen to me. Listen to me. Imagine having 9 children. 9. Yeah? And you grow up in an area that is poverty stricken. Yeah? Like, get me, Gary and Teyana, at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time it was poverty stricken. But he met like Joe and Catherine managed to get their children to not only be very well behaved and not get into trouble, right? And I'm talking about proper trouble with the law, like getting arrested for certain things. No, you know what I mean? Get me? Like, if you know, you know. All right. For typical, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, to be able to have them to be disciplined enough to hone their skills. You know what I mean? Because it was more than just doing music as well, by the way. You know what I mean? They're very well versed in other areas. They just don't talk about as much. But if you're in tune with certain things, you understand that. You know what I mean? If you listen to Tito, one of Tito's sons, he's mentioned certain things. You know what I mean? I won't go into details here, but like, yeah, get me. They're very well versed on certain things. So and also, yeah, so the point I'm trying to make is to have 9 children to be, you know, successful in the industry that are honing the skill, like you help them hone their skills and be disciplined in. Like, that is a remarkable achievement. Like, I don't care what nobody says. This ain't like, I don't know how to explain it. I just don't know. Like, because I don't know. Like, it's different if I'm looking at it from a point of view of, oh, it's your siblings doing your thing. But I'm looking at it from a point of view as if you are a parent, yeah, just imagine all your kids being successful doing certain things, especially if it's in the same industry. Because there's, for example, there's been times where I've read where, you know, on I think they were quadruplets or something like that. They all became like doctors, like no, not just doctors, surgeons or something like that. Do you know what I mean? That's still a remarkable achievement. But anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. So after Michael, 1971, Jermaine in 1972, Latoya in 1980, Janet in 1982, Reby in 1984, Marlon in 1987, Jackie in 1989, and Randy in 1989 all made their first impressions on Billboard charts with Tito in 2016. The Jacksons' third child joining the illustrious list 27 years after 8 siblings' first taste of chart action. Michael, Janet, and Jermaine are the 3 siblings who charted on the genre Hot 100 with solo material, with the 5 other Jacksons minus Tito hitting the Billboard Hot R&B and hip hop song charts before Tito's foray on the adult R&B song survey. All right, so Tito, born Teyana Jackson, was the original member of the Jackson 5, stroke the Jacksons, who scored many more hits on the Billboard charts in 1970s and 80s. In addition to their members' solo contributions, "Get It Baby" features uncredited rapper Big Daddy Kane. I actually need to react to that song because I remember hearing that song, and I was not surprised that Big Daddy Kane was on it, but like, just to, you know what I mean? Like, I knew when it came out, I'm like, yo, this tune's cold. I remember the tune's cold. Anyway, the track peaked at number 20 on the adult R&B songs on the 20th of August, 2016. On the same chart, Tito's sister Janet was number 10 with another baby track, "Damn Baby." With another baby track, you know. Anyway, Tito's 3 sons, Taj, Terrell, and TJ, collectively known as 3T, first charted in the US late 1995, 21 years before their father became a solo chart star. You know what I mean? And they got hits of their own as well. If you know, you know. Again, man, they interacted their stuff as well. And it was good that you know, Michael Jackson also signed. Did he sign them? I can't remember he did. He had them under MJJ Productions. You know what I mean? And hey, under MJJ Productions, do you know the hits under that label? Listen. Well, I wish he would. Part of me wish Michael Jackson just like, you see, with that whole 50-day tour thing. Yeah, I wish he just was strong and saying, we're gonna stick to 10 days only, and I'm gonna re-establish, MJJ Productions and then sign new artists. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that would have been. It's hard to really say these things. It's really difficult to say, but like, do you know when? Anyway, let me not get too into it because it's a touchy subject. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. But yeah, man, I had to talk about that right there. But yeah, do you see the power of great parenting, if that makes any sense? I know some people want to say, oh yeah, but Joe used to beat these kids and stuff like that. No, it's discipline. You know what I mean? Even Michael himself said, no, but his dad's a genius. Michael Jackson said it himself out his own mouth, that his dad's a genius. Like, can you not put respect on his name? I think him and Janet brought their father like a boat or a yacht or something like that to show appreciation. You know what I mean? Like, Havenhurst. Anyway, in fact, yeah, let's talk about it in terms of parenting. The parenting so great to the point where Michael Jackson basically, I think he owned the majority of Havenhurst, or if probably owned it outright. I don't know the full context and the full details of it, but look how many great songs that the Jackson made. Anyway, now you need to understand there's levels to this. But it's just that you got to put things into perspective, and you got to always give credit to parents. Yeah, especially when we can evidently see that their children became adults and they succeeded. Now, yes, this is on an extreme level because they're celebrities, they're popular, they're this, they're that. But like on a general thing, if you're seeing someone that is successful, because I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say here, because I want to keep it short and simple right now and move on to the next subject. But like, if you think about it, how an adult is, and this could be far-fetched, and I could be wrong. How an adult is usually based on on their upbringing. Now, whether the parents were there for them or not is one thing or the other, because the parents may not be there for them, they still could turn out great. They still could turn out super successful. On the other hand, their parents could be there for them, but they wasn't there for them in a way that they really needed to be, which they took that kind of, I won't even say, because you can still be successful, but like in terms of who they are, like the morals, the ethics. Do you know what I mean? And I say that to say this, all right? Why did I bring this up? I say that to say this. When it comes down to parenting, not everybody, I don't want to say not everyone does a great job. I don't want to say that, because a parent can only do the best they can with, you know what I mean? With a parent can only do the best they can with what they have available at their disposal. And you know what I mean? That's the only way I could put it, all right? But at the same time, while we're here talking about parenting, all right, Diddy, aka Sean Combs, listen, we're gonna talk about the trial. Now, yes, I'm a bit delayed. At the same time, I'm not. I'm on time. Get me? I'm on. Get me? I'm in my own circadian rhythm. If you know, you know. Bear with me for a second, yeah. In fact, let me see if I can pull this up properly. We're gonna react to day 14 of Diddy's trial, but Janice Combs, for example, she is an example of, you know what I mean? Listen, he's an example. I don't want to say she's a bad parent because I don't know what really went on, but you can always tell. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The parent, I don't. All right, he's an adult, so let's not give him any excuses. Yeah, he's an adult, but I do want to say this. There's some things you literally can't let go. Give me a second. I want to see if I can pull this up real quick. I'm gonna get out my notes. Where is my notes? Where are my notes? So by the way, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Get me. By the way, my name is First Thought, aka the Alkebulan Trusted name. You can trust when it comes to all things reactions, and we're going to react to day 14 of Diddy's trial, Sean Combs' trial. So we're gonna get into that. Give me a second. I want to see if I can do this. Hold on. Let me see if this can bring it up real quick. Bear with me. I've got my notes here. Everything is like literally here, but my get me. You ever search something on your phone and it does, and you've been doing a lot of stuff on your phone or activities on your phone, so let's say, and you're scrolling all the way. Okay. It's here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it this way. Give me a second because I'm going to do it again and again. Actually, let me do it this way. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the trial so far. Let me know because have you ever wondered, yeah, like what's going on with this case, bruv? Like, you know what I mean? When I say what's going on with this case, like there's a lot of things that you need to pay full attention to. Full attention. Yeah. Full attention. So, and while this loads up properly, let me talk to you about the case from what I remember so far, right? I feel like, no, in fact, let's talk about it this way. I feel like when it comes to Diddy's trial, right? The one thing that people, and I'll keep seeing this on social media, I keep seeing, oh, but where's the, you know what I mean? Where's this? Or where's the racketeering? Where's the RICO? Where's this? Where's that? I don't think people really understand what a RICO is. You understand? I don't think they understand. And some may think, oh, this is a DV case, Oh, he's gonna walk free. No, I don't think you understand like what's going on here. They are building it up to the point where I'm not even the stuff I've gone over, like if you watch my stuff in the previously, you realize there's a lot of things that have gone on. There's a lot of people that have testified, and there's certain patterns of behavior, and that's what they're getting at. Patterns of behavior that lead to certain things. The key word that is prominent in this trial is coercion. That's the one thing that is definitely, you know what I mean? And some may say, okay, why aren't other people charged? What? Well, this is the thing. It may get to that. Do you know what I mean? It may get to that. It may not. It may get to a thing where the people that are involved, the other people that are involved, maybe they got immunity. There's one person who needs to testify. Do you know what I mean? And we'll see if that person will testify. But anyway, let's just get into it for day 14th. All right. So, trial context. The context of the trial. So, Sean Diddy Combs federal trial presided over by Judge Aaron Subramaniam at the Daniel Patrick Moynihan U.S. I always get butchered that courthouse in New York began on May 12, 2025, right? And it projected to last in 8 weeks. Combs faces charges of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in. I'm just gonna mouth it. If you understand what I'm saying in terms of, get me, it's just YouTube and that. I've got to be careful. For alleged crimes from 2004 to 2024. So if you're wondering why certain people haven't testified or haven't testified yet, just bear in mind were they around to witness this between those times, 2004 to 2024. Like, some people always want to bring up Gene Dill's name, which is fair because he's always talking about Diddy. You know what I mean? He's always talking about. So it's like, but he was only there until 2004. You know what I mean? So can he testify? Maybe he can, but just only for 2004. But up until which point? You understand? If it is the Kim Porter trial, if they reopen that or investigate and they reopen all that stuff there, then yeah, then if it does go to trial or whatever the case may be, then yeah, he can testify. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Diddy has pleaded not guilty with his defense led by Mark Agnifilo, Brian Steele, Xavier Donaldson, and Alexandra Shapiro, arguing consensual relationships and witness bias. By day 14, the prosecution, led by Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey, had called over 20 witnesses. 20 witnesses, including Cassie Ventura from days 2 to 5, Dawn Richard from day 5, Deontay Nash from days 11 to 12, and Mia Torres from days 12 to 14. Day 14 featured testimony from Mia Torres, victim-free pseudonym continue from, and Mia might not be her actual name according to Gene Doe. Yeah, I know. Because it's a pseudonym. It's a name for missing in action. Could be, might not be. Who knows, right? All right, so let's keep it moving because I don't want to be too long in this situation. I want to keep it moving on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and then yeah. All right, so and then day 12 and 13, Capricorn Clark, former nanny. No, wasn't she the former assistant? But anyway, we keep moving. And the brief mention of R. Kelly in 2019 text, the update details. So basically, the details for day 14 proceeding, emphasizing linking testimony to the charges and addressing the references, right? So this is the key thing. I want you to understand. I want to show you that what they are saying links to XYZ in terms of what case may be. That's what you need to understand. All right, let's go. All right, so witnesses, like I said, Mia Torres and victim-free pseudonym, alleged victim, testified on assault and coerced free. We can say this, free costs. Capricorn Clark, former assistant, testified on Combs' control and employee complicity. So we're going to get into the overview. So day 14 strengthened the prosecution's case with Mia, detailing violent assaults and coerced acts, and Capricorn Clark exposing Diddy's household control and employee involvement, and defense cross-examination for Mia focused on her 2019 text, including an R. Kelly mention to argue consent. While Clark was brief, in defense mostly limited social media evidence was denied. So yeah, testimony supported all the charges with R. Kelly's mention limited on a single text per in. Yeah, so basically, if memory serves, in fact, let's just get into it. Let's not do memory serves correct. I'm just, yeah. Anyway, so key points: Mia Torres testifies assault. Diddy punched her in the face in 2008, saying, "You'll do what I want." On free costs, he forced her into rooms with escorts, threatening her job. And Bad Boy, that's how you know it's to do. You know what I mean? Because if it's Nanny, that's don't know why I said Nanny, but anyway, that's this for you. All right, so AUSA Comey's question: why stay, Torres? I was scared, broke, and he controlled my career. You see, this is what people need to understand about the whole situation. He controlled people's lives. But when you have that power and that control in terms of, oh, you want a job here, I've got connections here. And I don't know if you watch movies or TV shows where they say, oh, you'll never work in this town again. That's essentially that. Anyway, defense crossed by Xavier Donaldson. You texted I love you in 2019. Mia said I was terrified, trying to survive. Donaldson said you wrote I had a nightmare. Well, she had a nightmare. She was being chased by R. Kelly and you saved me. That is so mad. Knowing what Diddy's been accused of, right? And then knowing what R. Kelly's in jail over, it's like, what is worse? How are you going to be? Anyway. And then Mia says, it was a joke, but I was still scared. Okay, Fairs. It may be a joke, and I'm glad I laughed it. But no, it may be a joke, but still. I don't think she's joking. Because if you think about the manipulation in terms of control, you could it's a fair assessment to make if you dream about something like that and then that person that's manipulating you and you know what I mean, or has that level of control over you, it is a fair assessment to make that person can save you from someone else. That's a fair assessment to make, irrespective if you like that person or not. You understand? That's a fair assessment to make. It's just a psychological thing. A psychological and emotional thing. Anyway, so exhibits 2018 to medical records, bruises, 2019 text, hotel receipts. All right, see, all right. So I'm just looking at this time. Capricorn Clark testified on Combs' control. Diddy had them cleaning hotel rooms after free costs, hiding drugs, narcotics, and baby oil. On employees, Christina Coram arranged escorts. We all followed orders. This is a person that needs to testify. Yeah, whether she testifies against or for, she needs to speak. Christina Coram name has been brought up several times. Everyone was saying, I remember when this case first came out, right? And people were saying, Young Miami, aka Carisha was Diddy's Jesseline Maxwell, whatever her name is. But that is far from the truth. And there's someone to say, oh, Cassie was Jesseline Maxwell for Diddy. That's far from the truth. From everything I'm understanding about this particular case and these particular alleged crimes that have taken place, Christina Coram, if you want to make comparisons, she is Diddy's Jesseline Maxwell, whatever her name is. It's very evident. What do you mean Christina Coram arranged escorts and we all followed orders? What do you mean by that? Anyway, let me keep it moving because I've just seen a notification from something that I really want to look into, but I can't look into right now. Anyway, all right, so Brian Steele Cross, you were fired for stealing, Clark. Capricorn Clark says, no, I quit after threats. Anyway, defense motion. Agniflow motion, the limit social media post was denied. Evidence is evidence. Jurors are instructed to focus. Jury dynamics. Jurors were locked in during Mia's punch me. I mean, they're going to be locked in regardless of what's being said because they need to. You know what I mean? They can't miss any detail because that's going to be like, because they need to pay attention to what's being said, how it's being said. Do you know what I mean? And pay attention to, you know, their body language. You know what I mean? They've got to pay attention to everything, so they can give a fair judgment on like it's only right to give a fair judgment. I mean, anyway, because we can look from the outside looking in and be like, reading all this, man, he's guilty. Like, lock him up. But then at the same time, looks can be deceiving. But this is the feds. Yeah, this is the feds, and I very much believe they like. Obviously, yeah, Cassie filed the lawsuit, the federal, not federal. She filed the civil lawsuit in November 2023. Was it 2023? And some may argue and be like, that's what set everything off. But I very much doubt it now. At first, I was thinking it's that. But I think Diddy's been... The defense have been after Diddy for at least a few years. I don't know how to explain it. Because I remember seeing this video from Jonathan Oddy, who I believe is going to also testify. I could be wrong. But if he testified, I think he is that key person that basically opened the door. And once she opened the door, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Anyway, let's keep it moving. So yeah, I'm gonna. So where is it? I want to get into the link into the. All right. Where is it? All right, link to the charges. There we go. All right, so racketeering conspiracy, enterprise on Capricorn Clark's clean hotel rooms, and Christina Coram's arranged escort depict a structured enterprise. Structured. I can't say the word structured enterprise aligning with Deontay Nash's logistic flights and hotels from day 11 to day 12, and Cassie Ventura's testimony from days 2 to day 5. And Mia Torres' bad boy contract. Yeah, because that is it's an enterprise. That's a business. Do you understand? See, I don't think people really understand what a criminal enterprise is. But this right here, this is a criminal enterprise from what it looks like, from what I'm understanding, from what I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, but it seems very much evident. Bad boy contract. Threat shows business interrogation. Get me. Predicate act. Torres assaults. Punched her. Extortion. Obey or lose everything. Obey or lose everything. And you wonder why would people stay? Why would people get money back? Money or this or that or this? No, relax. I need you to understand that when it comes to abuse of any nature, do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's just it's a power thing. What tends to happen when I say it's a power thing is if they know you need them more. Put it this way. Let me put this on for a second. If someone knows, if someone in the, all right, let me frame it this way. If you need somebody or something, let's just say somebody, like, and they have leverage over you because you need that something, and you feel like you can only get it from that person has power over you, and unfortunately, do you know what I mean? If they put it this way, if they've got no morals, no ethics, they would take advantage of that. They will take advantage of that. Sadly, they will. So what will happen is, as you hear the sirens, the thing is, in this case, it's the same thing. That's how people don't get out of contracts. That's how people stay. Because it's like, there's nowhere else to go. What do you want them to do? They're only testifying because they get subpoenaed. Some of them are scared. What are we talking about here? Some of them are scared. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Try. Anyway, there was that. Give me a second, people. Give me a second. All right, so predicate acts: Torres assault, punch, extortion or bail is airfake, and trafficking, forced with escorts, Capricorn clerks, drug trafficking, and hiding ecstasy, and obstruction, cleaning rooms. Right? Support RICO. Predicates aligned with Cassie Ventura's claims from day 2 to 5. Pattern: repeated violence. Torres, you know what I mean? Like I said, hit me. Did he hit her? Coercion, escorts, and cover-ups. Clark's mentioned about cleaning rooms. Over years shows a coordinated enterprise. As we hear the sirens. Anyway. African trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Force, stroke, coercion. Torres mentioned about being punched and her job being threatened, showed violence and career threats, corroborated by Cassie Ventura's abuse from day 2 to 5, right? And Dawn's trauma framework, fear and shame from day 6, scared, broke, explained, staying. What did I say before? All right now. All right, so commercial acts. Torres forced with escorts confirms coerced acts supported by NAS escorts logistics. Days 11 to 12 and physical evidence baby oil by day 18. And then knowledge, Combs direct threats, you'll do it, shows intent. All right. Now, transportation to engage in interstate activity. Torres implied travel for free costs, hotel receipt, and Capricorn Clark's mention of Christina Corum's escort arrangements. And is it Corum? It doesn't matter. Christina escort arrangements support interstate activities per Deontay Nash flights. Intent: Mia's Torres coerce escort rooms indicate facilitations. All right. So to conclude everything, to conclude this day, I need you to understand how, when it comes down to this particular act, and I want to summarize this day in general. In general, it just seemed like it's just a confirmation of how Diddy operated his alleged criminal enterprise. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. All right, but listen, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know whether so far, and I hate to ask this question, so far, do you think it's guilty? Do you think it's innocent? I hate to do that, but if you're been paying attention from day 1 to this day, let me know like what your thoughts are. Do you believe he's guilty? You know what I mean? If you answer the comments below. And obviously, it's hard to really say when we're not really seeing much evidence. The only evidence that we have seen as a public is to do with that Cassie video. Yeah, that's the only evidence we have seen, like, pertaining to this case, by the way. That's what, like, pertaining to this case. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. Leave your answer in the comment section below. Yeah, man, let me try and pull up for day 15. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me also put out the. But yeah, man. Let me see. All right. It will be this one. By the way, my name is Vasa, aka the Alkebulan Trust, a name you could trust when it comes to all things reactions. And right now, we're going to react to day 15 of Diddy's trial. Man, what can I say? It's one of those cases where it's a very. Do you know what's mad about life? Yeah. Sometimes in life, and I hate to say this, I really do hate to say this. In life, you start, as you grow older, you start to realize that there's some people that are just downright evil. Do you understand? They're just downright evil. And with this whole Diddy situation, this whole Diddy case, it's like growing up. In fact, put it this way: growing up, yeah, I heard his name about, cool, whatever. But then as I was becoming, as a teenager, for example, hearing his name, I was hearing his name be associated with certain things, if that makes sense. It's like they would, there were certain things that were being said, basically. I don't know why this is not coming out. I need to. So if I keep blabbing on, it's because this thing is taking time to load up. Because I've got my notes. Yeah, it's just taking time to load. But anyway, but yeah. So the cut long story short, yeah, I remember there was a time where like Diddy was linked, and there was other artists as well, but they were linked to if you have to do this to get in the industry, basically. Do you understand? And it's like now when you watch what's going on with this whole Diddy trial, it's like this really was happening with this particular person, but it wasn't per se. That makes sense. It's like, yeah, with some artists they would become successful, and I'm saying some, and that's like a handful. And yeah, you can quote and say, yeah, well, Big became successful. Craig Mack, okay, he became relatively successful, but if it wasn't for Craig Mack, there is no Biggie. Do you understand? But get me, he put that flavor in your ear. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's just taking long to load up. It's really give me a second. Let me see something, because I don't know if it's my internet, because my internet went off this morning. And you know when you have those technical difficulties that is just so beyond your control? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, allow me, man. Man trying to do something here, bruv. But yeah, like anyway, that aside, yeah, the whole Diddy thing is it's like, to me, shocking, but not shocking. And when I found out he's allegedly involved with something that happened to Tupac and also a Biggie, I'm like, yo, hang on. This guy is a monster. And not, in fact, he's not even just a monster. He is a, what do you even call someone like that? I don't like, yeah, there's something up with this app. Oh, my phone's last say there's something up with it. I can't put out the details properly. It just, let me see if I can do it here. Because bear with me, people, all right? It's just that this is taking very much time. This might be a quicker way to do it. All right, I feel like I've got it here. Yeah, this is moving mad still. Let me see something. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna keep it moving because time is clicking, and yeah, I can't. I ain't got time for this. I really don't got time for this. I really don't. I just don't know why it's moving like this. Why is this moving like this? It's like everything is there. You know, let me see if I can go all the way up. My notes are literally there. I think what I need to do from now on is I need to put everything on a different, instead of relying on the internet and an app for something, use a different basic app, basically. Okay. Well, okay, do you know what? It's probably here. Yes, here, I found it. But I gotta go all the way up. All the way up. Hold on. All right, this should be it. Anyway, by the way, my name is Buster, aka Alkebulan Trust Reacts. You can trust when it comes to all things reaction. So let's get into day 3rd, on June 3rd, the day 15. So Sean Diddy comes. We already know what the trial is about. Right, this particular day supported by evidence like the 2016 hotel video that we all have seen, the firearms, Baby O, Day 15 featured testimonies from Eddie Garcia, a hotel security, and Derek Ferguson, former Bad Boy CFO, and continued cross-examination of Mia Torres with a courtroom disruption before proceedings began. All right, so we already mentioned who the witnesses are, right? So Mia Torres, former Bad Boy assistant and alleged witness of victim, concluding cross-examination. Eddie Garcia, security supervisor, concluding cross-examination. Security supervisor, Intercontinental Hotel, Los Angeles, testified about 2016 assault video. Derek Ferguson, former Bad Boy CFO, testified about financial operations. So, just a brief overview of what happened on day 15. Day 15 intensified the prosecution's case with Eddie Garcia corroborating the 2016 hotel video of Diddy assaulting Cassie. Derek Ferguson detailing Mia Torres, reinforcing the coercion claim under cross-examination. A woman's outburst disrupted the court, before the jury was seated, and the defense objection to the video exhibits edits was debated. The defense financial argument aimed to counter racketeering claims, but struggled against Garcia's and Torres' testimony. Do you know why? Because of the evidence. All right. So, so the key points in regards to Eddie Garcia's testimony, he testified about the 2016 Intercontinental Hotel assault. He said, I saw Diddy chasing Cassie down the hall, hitting her, dragging her back. On Combs' Diddy's payment, he offered me $100,000 for the only copy of the video, thinking it was the last one. You see it? You think it's the last one? There's more. Get me? There's always backup. Always. Anyway, can't think you can do crime and think you can get away with it like that. Anyway, defense cross by Xavier Donaldson. You didn't report it immediately. And Eddie Garcia said, I followed protocol, reported it to my supervisor. Fair point. Derek Ferguson detailed Bad Boy finances. We wired money for hotels, escorts, and private jets, often in cash-heavy transactions. On Diddy's oversight, Diddy approved every major expense. Okay, and the flow crosses. Was this just legitimate business? Ferguson says some payments raised red flags like escorts and narcotics. Rico, hang on. And then where was I? All right, so Mia Torres brand still final cross. You stayed employed after the assaults. Mia says, I needed a job to survive. So she'd repeating the same things he said the previous day. Imagine. AUS smiles or redirect. Did you feel free to leave? Mia says, no, I was trapped by fear. It's common sense. Yeah, it should be common sense here. But I get it. Cross-examination used to happen. But if you're repeating the same thing, like, you hear me? Like, what was it that Judge Judy did? Time. Like, come on, man. Speed it up. Wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? We've got other witnesses to go through. Like, other witnesses. Like, we know what's up with this situation. Anyway, so I already mentioned the court disruption. That's neither here or there. Video dispute. Defense objected to compilation video edits, claiming it distorts actual events. Prosecutions countered. Timestamps are often inaccurate. No ruling reported. All right. So we're gonna go all the way down to, if I can actually find it, the links to the actual charges. All right. So racketeering and conspiracy. In fact, I'll even just, racketeering and conspiracy. Enterprise. Ferguson's wired money for hotel escorts and jets, and Diddy approved every major. So I've got to just see the notification. It just kind of distracted me very quickly. Okay, I've seen something that I needed to see. Anyway, so Enterprise Ferguson wide money for hotel escorts and jets, and Diddy approved every major expense. Depict a criminal enterprise corroborating McNair's wire transfers from day 13, multiple state and nations, Deontay Nash's bookings days 11 and 12. Eddie Garcia's $100,000 for the video suggests obstructions, and Mia Torres' logistic role reinforces enterprise. Yeah, predicate acts. Eddie Garcia's assault, hitting her, dragging her, and bribery, $100,000. Ferguson escort payments, narcotic trafficking, escorts and narcotics, and obstructions. Excuse me. Cash transaction. Torres mentioned also trafficking. Trapped by fear. RICO. That's what that supports. Pattern. Repeated violence, coercion, and financial cover-ups show coordinated enterprise. I'm going to repeat that one more time because it's repeat. All right? It's a pattern. Repeated violence, coercion, and financial cover-ups show coordinated enterprise. Anyway, we get on to the next one, because that is trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Force, coercion. Garcia's mentioned about seeing Diddy hitting Cassie and dragging her confirms violence, aligning with Cassie's testimony, but also the videos there, so that's clear. All right. So day 2 to day 5, Mia mentioned about being trapped by fear and needed the job. So coercion via job dependency or and payments suggest controlled environments. Do you know what I mean? Commercial. Mia coerced free costs day 12 to 14, mentioning about squiggle out, and Ferguson's escort payments confirm commercial knowledge. Diddy approved, Diddy signed off, and bribery, $100,000 show intent. Listen, if you don't think Diddy's guilty, there's something wrong with you. I'm not talking about Diddy being guilty of DV. I'm talking about Diddy being guilty of the charges that he's been charged with. If you don't think he's guilty, based on everything we're going through, I need you to rewatch this, yeah, and really think. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's put yourself, you know what I mean? Put yourself as if you're the victim, and then put it that way. Or maybe don't put yourself as a victim, because that's traumatic. But to me, it's clear as day. Do you understand? It's clear. All right. Transportation to engage to instigates interstate activities. Ferguson's private jets and hotel payments across states, plus Mia Torres' South Africa trip on day 13 supports Manat violations per McNair's multi-state transfers. Eddie Garcia's hotel context adds weight per, you know what I mean? So intent. Ferguson escort payments of Mia Torres logistics shows a facilitation per inner city breast. Yeah, so what can I say? So you need to understand there's I need you to understand there's the sad thing about this particular case is some people are still going to think that Diddy's innocent. That's the sad thing about, because look what's happening right now. If people pay attention to the details, I guarantee you're not going to think he's innocent. I guarantee it. But let me know what your thoughts are right now. Based on everything we've gone through this particular day, do you think he's guilty or do you think he's innocent? Like, let me know what your thoughts are. Because, again, this is to do with a federal crime. And with a federal crime, that means that that person is guilty. Because it's a Fed. Like, they don't come after anyone. Do you understand? They don't just go after anyone. And even when they do go after a particular someone or anything like that, there's been a few times that some people have beat the feds, and I'll be interested to do some reaction in regards to cases where the defendant has beat. Yeah, we're calling the defendant really. They have beat the feds, but that person has to be purely innocent. You know what I mean? Like purely innocent. But Diddy is not innocent. He is not innocent. That I don't even want to call him that guy. Like I'm gonna say that demon is not innocent, bruv. He's not. And yeah, one could argue, yeah, but if you knew this about this person, why would you still, why would you interact with the person? Why would you? Again, power, power, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You know they got the connects, but at the same time, there's this saying. I don't know what the saying is. I don't know what the exact saying is, but there's this thing where you always feel like it's not going to be you. Do you understand? It's like it's not going to be me though. Do you know what I mean? But you don't know. You just don't know. You really don't know, and that's the sad thing about this. Because I feel like when it comes to give me a second. When it comes down to Diddy and this whole case, I feel like he's gotten away with things for so long, and he felt like he could stay in control and be in control because he has that power. Nah, it don't work like that. Do you understand? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find this. I want to, okay, I'm here. I am here. So, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let's get on to the next day, which, give me a second. Let me, sort this out real quick. All right, by the way, my name is Versta, aka the Alkebulan Trust name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. And right now, we are reacting to the next day, which is day 16. I'm losing track of the days. Yeah, day 16 of the Diddy trial. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Trust me, we're going into full-fledged details because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we need to understand what really is going on and what, what's really going on. No, for real. What really is going on? All right. Let me just give me a second. Let me put up the details here. I have it here somewhere. I have it here. Yeah, next time I have these notes, I'm gonna make sure, I'm genuinely gonna make sure that I have everything on a different note system. Because this note system has made me look so disorganized. But it is what it is. All right. Make sure you stay subscribed, hit that like button, share. Let's go. All right. So we know the context of the trial. Yeah. So the witnesses in this one, however, on day 16 is Dawn Hughes, Gina, I can't say her name, and Deontay Nash. All right. This day 16. Yeah. Okay. So witness. So Dawn Hughes, forensic psychologist, testified on trauma and coercion and abuse of victims. Gina, alleged victim, testified on assaults and coerced Freakos, Deontay Nash, former Bad Boy travel agent, testified on logistics continued from days 11 to 12. Yeah. Now, day 16 bolstered the prosecution's case with Dawn Hughes explaining trauma's impacts on victims' behavior. Yeah. Key thing we need to understand: explaining trauma's impact on victims' behavior. What is Dawn Hughes? She is a forensic psychologist. Yeah. A forensic psychologist. All right. That is fundamental. Having a psychologist there to testify, understand whether they were their client or not is, I think, it's better than not the actual client, because it gives a really unbiased view. You don't understand? But anyway, so and then there's not the lack. What's the word? The confidentiality agreement hasn't been broken or anything. If anything, that makes sense. So it's better from an unbiased point of view. Anyway, basically, Gina detailing the violent assaults and coercive acts, and Deontay confirming Bad Boys logistics for Freakos. The defense challenged Dawn genuinity. Well, that's going to happen, isn't it? Because it's going to be a general consensus, but at the same time, it's not really going to be general. Okay, yeah. So, Dawn, the defense challenged Dawn's generality, Gina credibility via prior text, and Deontay's immunity, but their mistrial motion over juror exposure was denied. Get me? They tried to get imagine trying to get a mistrial. This is not like if this was a DV case or trial, maybe a mistrial might have happened. You never know, right? But this is not that. You know what I mean? Like the defense team, like if they're watching, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna do that. But if the defense team need to understand, your client really did say he is a bad boy for life, and he said he's not going anywhere. But yes, he is. Actually, not technically. No, he's not, because he's gonna remain in jail. Put it that way. He's gonna remain in jail for a very, very long time. Anyway. Where was I? So, anyway, so Dawn Hughes testified on trauma victims often stay with abusers due to fear, shame, and economic dependency. I'm gonna repeat that again. Victims often stay with abusers due to fear, shame, and economic dependency. Key word here is fear and also economic dependency. Those are the key two things for me that stand out when it comes to Diddy's chart in particular. The reason why I say that, because he's got money, he's got power and control in terms of, you know what I mean? If he's hanging, you know that when that dangling carrot thing, it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like you have to follow the carrot, and do you know what I mean? But you're not getting a carrot, you know what I mean? But you still want to get the carrot. You still like, you could, even if you come near it, you're not as near as you think you are. That's what it looked like to me. But anyway, on the coercion, threats to a career or safety can paralyze victims, delaying disclosure. You see, more or less what I was just saying about the carrot thing. All right, defense cross by Alexandra Shapiro. Your testimony applies to any abuse case, not just this one. Dawn Hughes says the pattern fits Sean Combs' alleged control tactics. Yeah, these are tactics, control tactics. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you watch any sports. Yeah. But in sports, often than not, there are tactics. Even if a team sport, yeah, particularly football, and if you're American, it's going to be called soccer. But like, there are tactics. But then there's also, even if you've got 2 or 3 players that have individual brilliances where they've got the skill level set, do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? They could still, no, I won't even say come out off of moving the tactics, but like, I'll give you an example, right? Cole Palmer in the Europa League Conference Final. First half, the Chelsea were passing sideways, and he said he just had enough of it. He just decided to do to move forward. You know what I mean? And that's how he ended up creating those chances that led him to creating a man of the match performance and also winning the game for Chelsea. Yeah. But they still stuck with the tactics. Do you get it? They listened to the tactics because that's what worked. And sometimes the tactics don't work, but if you listen to the tactics and it continues to work and it works, you're going to stick to those tactics. The same way Pep Guardiola sticks to his tactics regardless, because it's always worked regardless of where he's been. So much so that other people are copying his tactics. Do you get it? Now, obviously, this is a negative tactic, though, that Sean Combs is doing, or has done, allegedly. Anyway, with Gina, described in 2019 assault, Diddy threw her against the wall, saying, "You do what I say or else." On free course, he forced her into rooms with escorts, threatening her modeling career. You see? Do you see the point? It's like, what else is someone supposed to do at this point? You know what I mean? All right, Brian Still Cross, you texted him that you miss him in 2022. He said, "I was scared, trying to keep him calm." You see? And that's the thing about these type of people. And I'm not just talking about power. I'm not talking about abusers or whatever. Like, that's the problem. It's like, it's not like they're one way every single time. Their mood swing, and plus they're taking narcotics, so the mood swing is gonna be up and down, up and down. You don't know where you are with that person. You don't know. You don't know how they're gonna act or how they're gonna react. Some situation where you think they're gonna react one way, which is like aggressive, all this and that, they may react calm, and that's even more scary. You understand? Anyway, I digress. Let's keep moving. So Deontay Nash says on logistics, he booked the flights and hotels for Diddy's free costs using bad boy funds. Criminal enterprise here. That's what that is. On Combs' orders, he'd say, "Get it done or you're fired." You see what I'm trying to say? What do you mean, get it done or you're fired? But that's got nothing to do with the business. If it's got something to do with the business, fairs. But if it's got nothing to do with the business, do you know what I mean? But even then, anyway. So Mark Agniflow crosses, you got immunity, right? Deontay Nash, I'm telling the truth about what he did, what I did. Defense motion, Agniflow mistrial motion over Jora. Exposure was denied. No evidence of prejudice. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. Let's just link it to the case, where is it? Link to the charges. So again, racketeer conspiracy, enterprise, Nash flights and hotels for offs using bad boy account confirms a structured enterprise alliance with Derek Ferguson's Day 15 financial wide money for escorts and Eddie Garcia's video context, $100,000 for Day 15. Gina's coerced acts. Dawn's trauma framework depicts Diddy's control. Do you get it? All right. So predicate acts. So Gina's assault mentioned about being thrown against the wall. Extortion, you'll do it or else. Trafficking, force with escorts. Deontay's escort logistics and drug narcotics trafficking implied logistics. Dawn coercion context supports these. That again, and this is not I'm about to say patterns, and I'm seeing patterns here in my notes. Anyway, so pattern, repeated violence, yeah, towards Gina, logistics, Deontay Nash, and coercion, which also Dawn, whose testimony over years show coordinated enterprise. Like, there's a lot. There's literally a lot. So trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Force, coercion. Gina mentioned about being slamming her and threatening her career, shows violence and career threats. Yeah. And corroborated by Mia Day 15 testimony, tracked by fear. All right. And Cassie's Day 2 to 5 testimony. Dawn mentions about fear, shame, and career threats explained. That's what that explains, right? Commercial. So Gina mentioned about force with escorts, confirmed, coerced acts supported by Deontay Nash's escort logistics, Bad Boy accounts, and Ferguson's payments as per day 15. Knowledge, Diddy, direct threat, you'll do it or else. Get it done. You know what I mean? Transportation to engage in interstate activity. Deontay Nash's flight and hotels across states, and Gina implied travel for free cost supports a Mann Act violations per Ferguson Jets day 15 and McNair's transfers day 13. Intent Deontay Nash's logistics and Gina's coerced acts, escorts indicate and facilitation. Do we need any more evidence in terms of do we need what was I gonna say? Do we need any more evidence? Any more evidence that these charges and these testimonies are linked to one another? So anyone who says he's not guilty, what's wrong with you? Nah, for real. I want to ask what's wrong with you. But then again, no, let me not do that. Let me be grateful that you're not understanding, and this shall give you a full-fledged understanding. Oh wait, he is guilty for what it seems like so far. And it's not like give me a second. I think I had the thing here. All right. Anyway, yeah. So it's not like when you think about the whole context of it, like he's being set up, it's not that. He's been doing that. He understand? Like he's been doing that. And like there was a video, I'm gonna react to another video another day, yeah, that I saw. And it's just got me thinking, yo, really? Maybe, you know what I mean? Now it's got me thinking about, could he? Maybe he could be. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to put anything out there like that, but I do want to say, when I react to it, you're going to know exactly what I think. You understand? So make sure you stay subscribed. Make sure you like, follow, all that. Leave a comment. Let's keep it moving. Let's go on to the next day, which is day 18. All right. So before we get into day 18, yeah, man, let me just do what I gotta do. Oh, hang on. It's over day 18. It's day 17. Am I missing out on days here? Hang on. What day? I think I'm missing out on days. I can't be. I am. Give me a second, people. Give me a second. In fact, yeah, give me like at least 1 minute, 60 seconds top. All right, go. I might need a little more than 60 seconds. I can't even lie. All right, technology. Technology, man. The older I get, I'm realizing, yo, technology. That might not even, hang on. I don't think this has done it properly, if I'm honest. There's only one way to find out if. Hold on. If I can find this, give me a second. I made a little more time. Give me a second. Hopefully it works. Let's see. Anyway, by the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust, a name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. And right now we're gonna get into day 17. It's day 17. All right. So the reason why that means I have skipped something. Hold on. Give me a second. Imagine. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me go on my other phone for a second. Okay, that's not what's supposed to do. Okay. Hopefully this works, all right? I just need to make sure I've got all the details correctly. If not, it's fine. Because I know one thing for certain. Okay, it should be here. Or did I miss out on putting in notes for that? I think I did. I can't have. Give me a second, people. Oh, there you go. Got it. All right. Woo! All right, let's keep it moving. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust, a name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. And right now, we're reacting to Diddy's trial, day 17. Get me? Let's keep it moving. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. Let's go. So the witnesses for day 17 were Brianna Bogolan, a friend of Cassie, and testified on alleged balcony assault. All right. Then there is Jane, not Jane Doe, but Jane, who someone assume is who we think it is, and I assumed it was. Do you know what I mean? When we'll get into that, but for legal purposes, right? I'm not going to mention their name, who I think it is. All right, but anyway. So the overview. Day 17 was pivotal for the prosecution, with Bogolan's testimony detailing violent balcony incident, reinforcing Diddy's pattern of assault. Yeah? There's a pattern of assault. And Jane's ongoing testimony deepening the coercion narrative for free cops. The defense cross-examination of Bogolan's focus on inconsistencies, while Jane's direct examination faced no cross yet. A judicial warning to Combs for nodding at jurors. Like, why are you nodding at jurors for? That's intimidation. You know what I mean? That's intimidation. You're not in control here. This is what he's starting to realize. He's no longer in control. You're no longer in control. And stop trying it. But anyway, a judicial warning to, we mentioned that, nodding at jurors underscores a courtroom tension, you see. Testimony strongly supported all charges. Like, right? So, now, summary. Summary of key points for Brianna. I just gonna call her Brianna so I don't mispronounce her surname. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wow. Excuse me. Damn. All right. So, direct examination testified on 2017 Los Angeles balcony incident. Diddy held her over a 17th floor balcony she thought she was going to You know what I mean? On context, he was angry and yelling about Cassie's disrespect. So that's why that incident allegedly happened, but it could have been over something different. Excuse me. Wow, why am I burping like this? Excuse me. I apologize, but this is a live, so you're gonna expect live things, all right? And if you're watching in a replay, I ain't editing that out. You hear me? Because I'm as real as it gets. All right, so AUSA Comey redirect. Any doubt it was Combs? Um, she says I'll never forget him holding me on the balcony. All right. She also mentioned balcony was Jory's earthquake. Nicole Westmoreland's cross. You said it was a party, not sleeping. Brianna said I was confused. It was chaotic. Westmoreland said you're suing for $10 million. Brianna says I'm seeking justice, not money. All right. Because that does seem to be the pattern, and most people thinking, oh, they just want money. Da-da-da-da-da. No, they don't just necessarily want money. But sometimes if you've been, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to be financially compensated. That doesn't eradicate the crime or anything that's being held against that person. You understand? It doesn't eradicate that. Now, let's get on to the next part, which is exhibit neck brace photo, September 26, 2017. Text from Cassie to Christina Coram. He came to my house. Who do you think they're talking about when it comes to he? Clearly Diddy. Anyway, so Jane continued. Direct examination testified on free calls. I told Diddy I didn't want to have with other men, but he threatened to stop my rent. Control. So on Control, he paid $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month for my house. I felt obligated. She felt obligated. That's crazy to me. So that's crazy to me. Anyway, Comey's questions. How many times did you object? Many times in text and calls. Exhibit least $10,000 a month. Text girl stop from Combs payment records. No cross examination yet. All right. So anyway, let's just get and also the thing that stood out to me as well in regards to Jane is when she mentioned about how this is where it's a tricky one here, because like you knew he was basically, it just seemed like she knew it was an open relationship situation. She also was like, it was her friend that was with Diddy, but then her friend ended up getting married to someone else, so she ended up getting with Diddy. And she mentioned about her son's father has a issue with Diddy, and Diddy with that, he don't have a problem with that. So the issue I'm having here is, why would you go to the ops? That's the issue I'm having. Like, I'm thinking, why would you go to the ops? What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to do? Like, that makes no sense to me. You should anyway. I'm not even trying to victim shame or anything like that. Don't ever get that twisted. I'm just trying to get it into my head thinking, why would you want to go to the ops? If you know that person, your child's father has a problem with that person you're trying to get with, right? What's wrong with you? Like, fair enough, if the child is an adult, then it's a different situation, because then they're not really, I won't say they're not going to be in their life as much or whatever the case may be, because that's what, you know what I mean? Fathers are always going to be there for the kids regardless of age, right? But what I'm trying to say is the kids are more like, put it this way, why? Like, why? Like, why would you do that? It just baffles me. That's what made me think it was a particular someone, yeah. And they put up a post, you know what I'm saying, with their son, you know what I mean, side eyeing, you know what I mean, with the caption WTF, you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. And if you can understand that context, you can understand that context. But anyway, let's get into the links to the charges. So, racketeering conspiracy, enterprise, Jane, hotel nights, right? and financial dependence. $10,000 rent depict a structured enterprise aligning with Deontay Lash logistic flights. Day 16, Ferguson's booking escorts jets. Day 15, Clark cleaning hide narcotics, and Brianna's assault just enterprise-wide intimidation. I in essentially anyway. Let's keep it moving. Predicate acts, Brianna's assault and intimidation, screaming, extortion, threaten her rent and trafficking, hotel nights, support Rico. Predicts if that instead of suing Marco, you know that Marco Polo game, Marco Polo. This is what we're gonna do from now on. Whenever we hear the word Rico linked to the case, we're gonna say Rico Diddy, Rico Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so predicate acts, Brianna Bodigan assaults Barker. I mentioned that. All right, so supports Rico. Predicates corroborated Gina's assault using a bottle from day 16 and Garcia's obstruction, obviously paying 100,000. You know what I mean? So pattern, repeated violence, Brianna's balcony coercion, James obligated and or logistics, Deontay Nash's day 16 over years show a coordinated enterprise. Trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Force, coercion. James threatened my rent and trapped. Show economic coercion corroborated and Cassie's abuse. Day 2 to 5. Gina's fear owned my life. And day 16 to submitted on day 16. And Dawn Who's trauma framework. Day 6. Brianna's balcony illustrates violent intimidation and supported coercion. Commercial. See, hang on. Excuse me. Are you seeing a pattern here? Are you seeing the pattern? Are you seeing the pattern? All right. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments so far. All right. Commercial sex acts. Whoops. So commercial acts. James hotel nights confirmed coerced acts supported by Ferguson's escort bookings day 15 and Deontay Nash's logistics from day 16. Right. So knowledge. Diddy direct threats rent about the rent to Jane yelling. Brianna shows intent. Transportation to engage in at Jane's interstate activity, Jane's hotel nights, and implied travel receipt support interstate activity per Nash flights and Ferguson's jets. Intent Jane coerced hotel nights indicate facilitation. Do you see? Do you see the pattern here? Do you not see the pattern here? He's guilty. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond, some people want to call it a free code. No, it's beyond that. It's literally beyond that. All right? It's literally beyond that. Give me a second. All right. All right. Give me a second. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. All right. So we're trying to get into day. You know, I'm losing track of the days on these cases because there's so many, and this is like over 8 weeks. 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Yeah, having a laugh, mate. No, we're not having a laugh because it's a serious thing. Get me? Uh-oh. It's a serious allegation. It's a serious crime that's being alleged that's taking place, and we have to take it serious, regardless of all jokes and all this, that, and the other. It's a very serious thing, regardless of him being in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? Being a business person, that regardless of all that, we have to take into consideration. We can't be joking all the time. Bear with me. Let me get to the day for the 6th of June one. Where is it? I can't have passed it. But yeah, leave your answer in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are. All right, let me get into the the next one, which is for Friday, for the Friday one, and I'm looking at the time. This is mad. Did I not I don't think I pulled up for the. I might have done some. I might have done something completely wrong. You know. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I can't find this one. Give me 5 seconds or a minute. I'm back. I'm back. All right, I'm back. I don't know why they said this unexpectedly stopped. I hope you lot can hear me. I genuinely hope you can. If you can't, then I'm sorry. All right, let's keep it moving because I need to also react to something completely different, which I realized what some people are here for. So, yeah, let's just get into this real quick. So, day 18. Right, so the witnesses again was Jane, victim to continue direct examination on free cost and narcotic transportations. All right, so the key points: direct examination testified on coercion. She said Diddy told her to have with Leo Johnson in Turks and 2022, or he cut her 10,000 rent. Listen, this is magic because I'm thinking to myself, this is just I'm just thinking logically here, yeah. Irrespective, we know how Diddy is, right? But from what we know of allegedly, at this point, because if I was doing a cross examination, which I wouldn't really be doing, because I wouldn't be on Diddy's team, but if doing a cross examination, I would ask, like, but if you are scared that your rent was going to get cut off, why didn't you just, like, why don't you just cut him off? Because you could get £10,000. Can you not get that money from your son's mother? Your son's father, or ask what did your son's fathers do? You know what I mean? Then I would say if they mention how much money you think they make, okay, would they? You know what I mean? Like you have to ask certain questions. Yeah, I'm not saying she's not a victim because she clearly is a victim. I'm just saying that there's some things that need to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Anyway, because the other ones, it's clear as day that there's no way of getting out of that situation. Because but with this, but let's keep moving. So on narcotics, he made her carry Molly from LA to Miami, May 2023. Me, I'm like a pie. Sorry, that song's in my head now. And the irony of that is, he had me message Mel. So basically, she messaged Mel Escorts on his demand on Instagram under his orders. Basically, Call me's question: did you want to? Jane said no. I was scared he'd ruin my life. Okay, there you go. But exhibits Instagram DMs to escorts at least 10,000 a month. Text: do it or lose it from. Wow, do it or lose it. Wow. And that's actually, if they got proof, they got proof. No cross-examination yet. Leo Johnson, direct examination, testified in arrangement. Diddy paid him $5,000 for a hotel night with Jane in Turks 2022 via Christina Coram on logistics. He was flown from Atlanta hotel booked by Diddy staff. Comey's question: was Jane willing? Johnson said she seemed hesitant, like she had to do it. So all those to say that, oh, she wanted to do it. No. This is this person saying, you heard what he said. Don't let me repeat myself now. You heard what he said. All right? Brian Stillcross, you never saw threats, Johnson. No, but Jane wasn't happy. Stillcross gained no ground. Of course not. Exhibits, payments record, 5,000 flight ticket, hotel receipts. They've got receipts. In the words of Whitney Houston, show me the receipts. I want to see the receipts. You know what I'm saying? The receipts are there, bruv. Yeah. Anyway, defense mistrial motion. Again, Agniflo argued Breonna's balcony testimony, day 17th floor, was purchased, citing Combs' Trump hotel stay. Romanian denied inconsistencies are for jury, not mistrial. That's true. That's true. These are for the jury. You know what I mean? So, motion crashed fast, motion denied once again. All right, so video evidence ruling. So, Romania admitted Jane's videos, 15 clips for jury only viewing, relevant to coercion, but privacy limited public displays. Wow. Video win for prosecution, basically, on that note. Because the evidence is there. Show me the receipts. So jury dynamics. Jurors were visibly gripped by Jane being scared and alert for Johnson's hesitant. Okay, so let's just go to what I need to go to, which is linked to the charges. All right, so here we go. Racketeering conspiracy enterprise. James DM's escorts and Johnson Coram book flights depict a structured enterprise aligning with Nash's logistics flights, day 16. Ferguson booking escorts, jets, day 15. Yeah, and Clark's cleaning, hiding narcotics. James Molly transports add drugs for trafficking per Garcia, day 15. Predicate act. James extortion, lose rent, mix trafficking with Leo and narcotics trafficking. Johnson's paid 5,000, supports Rico Diddy. Anyway, predicates corroborated by Gina's assault the bottle on day 16 and Brianna's intimidation day 17. Again, now pattern. Repeated coercion, James scared, logistic Johnson, Christina Coram, and crimes, James Molly over years show coordinated enterprise. If you do not think that Christina Coram is Diddy's Ghislaine Maxine or whatever, you better recognize, because she is. Trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, force coercion, James lose my rent and ruin my life shows economic coercion, backed by Johnson's hesitant, Cassie's fear, abuse, fearful days 2 to 5, and Gina fear owned her life, Dawn whose trauma framework, economic traps. This guy is guilty as he's guilty, blood. He's guilty. Because when you can, like, it's one thing having just the victim saying something. That's one thing. But then when you got them doing something to someone else, and then they are letting you know that no, she was actually hesitant. She was actually seemed like she was forced to do it. Like she didn't want to do it. Like when you get those sort of words and that type of energy, what does that say to you? Anyway, transportation to engage in interstate activities. James Turks 2022 and LA to Miami 2023 travel receipts, and Johnson flown from Atlanta support interstate activity as per Deontay Nash's flights day 16 and Ferguson's jets day 15. Intent: James coerced with Leo and Johnson paid indicate and facilitation. So, just to round it up from, you know what I mean, this particular day, this guy, or whatever you want to call, I don't even want to call him a guy. This demon, nah. It's over for this guy. It's over for this demon. It's over. It is over. And there was something else I was meant to react to today, and I literally forgot. I'm gonna do it right now if I can. Is it showing? Give me a second. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, it's not showing. Okay. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know why this is doing this. Okay. That's fine. All right. By the way, give me a second, people. Give me a second. Give me a second. Why is this showing us like this? I'm doing this. We'll stop. Technology is mad, bruv. You know when you feel like you got the grips of it, and then it just shows you ain't got no grips to this, bruv. Like, what you doing, big man? Anyway. All right. So, I know some of you came on here. By the way, my name is Alkebulan Trust Reacts. You can trust when it comes to all things reactions. Get me? I have to react to this. Robbie Williams, aka Robbie W. Yeah, Robbie W. He is that G. He is the Grime G. You understand? He is a Grime G. So I'm gonna let's do lethal. You know, let's do yeah, it'd be on lethal. It'd be on all of their platform, to be honest. Are you kidding me? You know what? Hey, what's going? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? When in doubt, just go to my profile. When in doubt, just go to my profile. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust. The name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. If you're a Robbie Williams fan, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that. Yeah, like I was surprised, but not surprised to see this particular situation when it comes to Robbie Williams. I'm like, oh man, you're a fan of Wiley, hit the subscribe button. Do you know what I mean? If you're a fan of Scorcher, you fan of Lethal B, you already know what to do, bruv. You already know what to do. Let me see if I can actually find this. Where is it? I will find it. It's gonna give me a few. It's gonna take a little while to find. Do you understand? It's gonna take a little while to find. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. It can't be this far down, bruv. Surely. I need to react to that another time, though. Wow. I can't believe how far down this is. Is this how much I retweet and like this is the moment when you realize how much you actually post. This there you go. Here we go. I want to see that if I can get another there you go. So basically, I'm still getting over the fact that Robbie Williams brought out Wiley, Lethal Bizzle, and Scorcher. Lethal Bizzle, Wiley, and Scorcher. Yes, Wiley's on stage, blood. You know what I mean? With Robbie Williams and that. Get me, take that and that. I just seen so anyway. Hey, you hear that? Go on, Wiley. I shout to Robbie W. That's his name from here on forth. Robbie Williams' name is Robbie W. All right, Robbie W. He is Mandem. I always felt like he's Mandem, to be honest with you. He's always been my favorite one from Take That. Like, shout out to Gary Barlow on that. Don't get that twisted. He's still that G when it comes to writing and that. But other than that, Robbie Williams has always been like my favorite person. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There's always that standout person. For me, it's always been Robbie Williams. Let me entertain you. Boom, boom. Hey, listen, if you want me to react to some Robbie Williams or Take That in general, just leave it in the comment section below and I will do that. Like, this guy has got tunes for days. Millennium. I listen, this brother has tune for days, bruh. Some people like when I saw that clip of Robbie W, like man was in bed like freestyling to, you know what I mean, to Lethal Bizzle and Wiley and Scorcher's new tune, yeah, Can't Touch This. And I'm like, yo, but it's not surprising to me. But it's more surprising to me to see him on stage like this. This is iconic. This is a British moment. You don't get any British than this, bruv. You just don't. I don't care. Yeah, this is an iconic British moment. You got Robbie Williams on stage, or Robbie W, should I say, with Wiley and Lethal Bizzle and Scorcher. Let's go.
Yeah, I turned to God, the best night we had in the game was back then. On the radio, walking the streets and live on the stage show way back then. All the passion, all the freestyle, car broke down and I won't free ball. I'm gonna change the days in good. Glad I was raised in the hood. I did it like a young G with my young G's for the cause. Have a block gang with a 22 doors. DJs play nine of my doors. We had to be down to open up doors. Now the doors are open. First 20 years of doors are chosen. Next 20 years of doors are going to bring it up. Was all searching back to original sound, can't touch this. One away kick, can't touch this. Time and close, can't touch this.
And the A-Rich track is hard. And listen, I could watch this over and over and over and over again. This, like, it don't get any better than this, man. No, not like that. But like, it's just, you need to understand, yeah. Growing up watching Take That, like literally growing up watching Take That, and then years later going on to the sound of what would become Grime, and then seeing even before the sound Grime was literally into existence, you had Lethal Bizzle versus Wiley. Yeah, like you must go athlete foot black in it. I listen, get me. Let me remember him on the Kylie with him. Get me. And for a long time, for some reason, I thought Wiley made that that can't get you out of my head tune. For a long time, I thought that. Get me. Now I can't get a tune on my head. La 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 la. I listen. Nah, man. It's iconic, bro. It's just too iconic. It's too iconic. It's too iconic. But listen, because time is cooking, and I literally have to do this before we get up out of here. Because if I do not do this, then there's no other time for me to do this. You know what I mean? I'm going to do the shorter version of this. Let me go Mark Dark. But yeah, by the way, my name is Versa, aka Alkebulan Trust, a name we can trust when it comes to all things reactions. Right now, we're going to react to BMF Season 4, Episode 1, Quick Thoughts. And I genuinely think that this could be the season finale. You know why I think that? I think that mainly because, by the way, if you're a BMF fan, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to keep it moving. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think it could be a season finale because of the conflict between Big Meech and 50 Cent, which is why, you know what I mean? What was said was in who said it? Was it Pusha or No Manis? One of them, I can't remember who said it, but one of them mentioned the reference between sins of, I can't remember the full verse now, but like, or the full lyric and context. It's like they basically reference Little Meechy. They call it Little Meechy, sins of a father. Let's keep moving now. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I ain't gonna try to force the wrong either. Like, I just have to get this out of the way.
I do look delicious. M&M's. It's more fun together.
We're in a war. You want to fight or you want to win?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love BMF, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about BMF Season 4, Episode 1. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions on Episode 1. Down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did you feel about this episode? Was you happy that Lamar returned? And of course, B. Mickey made his return as well. I mean, the episode definitely gave us those old school vibes from the first 2 seasons. So
you know what?
It was good to see those familiar faces. And of course, they brought that, OG energy to the show. But you guys, make sure you checked out that BMF Season 4 this season trailer. I dropped it on the channel. Watch it. That way you can see what's going to happen this season. And of course, if you're a fan of The Chi, check out The Chi Season 7 Episode 4 quick thoughts video. I will be doing a full recap later on in the day for that. And also check out that Episode 5 trailer that I dropped for that as well. But let's talk about the topic of discussion. BMF Season 4, it is back. First episode had action, drama. I mean, it had everything that you can think of when we talking about BMF. And of course, we know it was Nicole's graduation. She was doing real good in the episode. We saw, your boy Raw Dog Charles about to go back on tour. He seemed happy. As far as the family, they really did seem happy. Lucille, she was good. As far as the whole church storyline,
By the way, I want to say something good. As I said, I'm going to pause it, but I just want to pause it real quick for this. Season 3 was lackluster because of Heather Zuke. I may have butchered her name. Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because she added in that character with the flamethrower and that. It was unnecessary. Like, we need the story. Obviously, yeah, it needs to be loosely based on real events, but you don't need to put any characters that are unnecessary in the show. This is why I'm glad they put back, the person who's supposed to be playing. You obviously need Lamar, but yeah, he's based on Leighton Simons. Do you get it? So have it based on real people. I know you can't really. I know there's copyright and all that stuff there, and you want to make sure you don't, rub people the wrong way. But come on, man, this is. Come on, man. With Big Meech out, if this is not the season finale, which I hope it's not, but it could be. If it's not, then at least Big Meech is now free to be able to help 50 direct us in a way that it needs to be directed in. Let's go.
No, she's going to be the pastor at the church, and we know Nicole will be going off to college. Now let's talk about your boy Lamar. My quick thoughts, early impressions on Lamar is he brought that energy that we all missed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is the fan favorite. This is the guy that pretty much sold season 1 in season 2. And of
BMF.
course, we did not see him in season 3. Anyway. And the fans let it be known that we was not trying to see no damn Henrietta in that flamethrower. You know what I'm saying? On some GTA stuff.
Remember that.
We wasn't trying to see that. We were trying to see your boy Lamar. And of course, he made his return. That whole rehab thing, that boy was up in there tweaking. He was trying to clap old girl's cheeks. I mean, y'all saw him in there sniffling and stuff. That boy ain't recovered. He's putting on a hell of a front like he's recovered, but y'all know he wanted revenge. And that's exactly what he almost got. But of course, your boy, B. Mickey, came in and he saved the day.
Good to see as well.
Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on B. Mickey's return. I knew he was going to show up and save Meech and Terry, because who else is going to save them? True. B. Mickey is the shooter. He was the shooter of the organization. And of course, he was always ready to catch a body. So it made a lot of sense for it to be B. Mickey. And of course, we know Lamar still end up getting the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He going to recover. He going to be good. But B. Mickey making his return to the show is good as well, in my opinion.
I agree.
And y'all know eventually he will be back in the organization. I know Meech does not like B. Mickey like that because of what he's done before in the past with Detective Brian and all that stuff. People was calling him B. Snitchy, but we know he ended up standing his ground against Detective Brian. But Meech did not give a damn about that at all. But we already know what time it is. B. Mickey will be back in BMF real soon. Now, quick thoughts, early impressions on Meech and Terry in this episode. We already knew the two brothers will be going back and forth this season. I mean, we saw the physical fight between the two in this episode. Your boy Terry almost had him, but of course, older brother Meech put those hands on him, let him know that he is big.
Get me, let him know.
If you're a
He's
man,
big,
then you've
bro.
probably heard multiple versions of the following sayings throughout your entire life. Man up, don't cry, and just...
Now, speaking of man up,
that he is big bruh and he ain't having it. But we know something went down in Mexico. As these episodes continue to air out,
That's
we will
what I
see
know.
the
What
full
happened in
story
Mexico?
of what
And they showed
happened.
it.
But
They showed
man, Terry was going through it, y'all. I mean, he is trying to control the organization. Meanwhile, Meech is still doing business with Jay Pusha. Jay Pusha ain't trying to pay Terry nothing. He paying Meech the money, you know what I'm saying? So it was a back and forth thing, but Meech was pretty much controlling the board. Don't know anything about it. So we will see these two go at it throughout the entire season. Meanwhile, they got enemies that's going to be coming their way. And of course, Lamar ain't the only person that they're going to have to worry about. I mean, it's getting crazy. And then your girl, Markeisha. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on Markeisha in this episode. She pretty much is setting up her own thing or whatever. She is trying to, put herself in the game. And of course, they're trying to basically kind of go off the real story, whatever, as far as
That's what
her
needs to
involvement
happen.
within
Base it
BMF.
on the
We
real
know
story.
she is supposed to be the first lady, but Terry does not really want to give her that respect as far as being in the game because of she's a lady, right? And of course,
was no
boom,
first lady of
he
BMF.
returned as well.
you know.
And it seems like he is not trying to give her that respect as well. He still wants to control the board, even though he's locked up. But Markeisha, she is playing her cards right. And you can tell by the end of the season, she will have made all types of major moves. And of course, as she told Terry, she has helped Boom out and she helped him out as far as doing business. And we will continue to see her do business once again this season. We will see more of her storyline because she did have involvement within the BMF organization. But I'm very eager to see how they're going to play out this storyline for Markeisha's character. Your boy Terry did not clap her cheeks in this episode. It was straight business with her, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what time it is as far as Markeisha's character. I want you guys to let me know what y'all think is going to happen for her by the end of the season. But overall, man, it was a good season opener. I cannot wait to see what else they're gonna do with Nicole's character. As I told you guys, we will see more of her, and of course we will see more of LaWanda as well. But it was a pretty much good episode for the entire family. It was all good vibes for real. But we know Meech, he pretty much came and stole Nicole's shine at that graduation party. I'm like, man, I knew he was about to show up, and your boy Terry, he was pissed off. And Raw Dog Charles, he was having a good old time at that graduation party, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, how it was on tour, and we know he's about to go on tour again. I mean, your boy Charles, he's about to be on one this season, and I cannot wait to see it. And also, we did briefly see Detective Bryant. He is still grieving over his son. Of course, we know they also talked about what happened last season. We know the Battle of Techwood took an innocent life, and they was pretty much talking about that as well in that group. But y'all know your boy Detective Bryant is going to be on one this season. He is still looking for revenge. Now, we'll be dropping the full recap for you guys later on in the day with more detail. We're still waiting for them to release that episode 2 trailer, but you already know once they do, I will upload that for you guys, and I will give you that what to expect video. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.
Nah, but you know what, yeah? Like I said, I feel like this is the season finale. I don't think we're going to get another season out of BMF. But knowing 50, it's money, right? Like, is he about to lose out on money just over? I don't even want to say pettiness of, because is it really pettiness? Maybe not. I don't know. Like, we have to put the things into perspective. Like, obviously, you got to think why he's acting the way he acts. But it could be just marketing. Who knows? But the way that things have gone on, it doesn't feel like. But put it this way. When the show normally comes on, yeah, from 50 Cent show, any show, he always posts it. This time, he didn't post nothing. Nothing. So I'm like, you know what I mean? In the words of Whitney Houston, like, nothing. So it's like, could this be the season finale? May this ever be? But then there's the documentary that I don't know if it's been released yet. I think it has. I hope it has. So maybe who knows what's gonna happen? We have to see what happens. We have to see what happens. Let's see what people say in the comments real quick. All right, so Meech and T fighting hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious. Look at that Chelsea TV. I was meant to talk about Chelsea content earlier, but that's another time. Best thing about this show is Lisa and Charles. Great to have B, Mickey, and Lamar back. Done everything that was top season 1 and 2, but this one seems cool. Nicole and Charles scene gets me. It had to be. No, it had to be own brother showing up and stealing her limelight. But with that said, this is possibly the season finale. Get me. With that said, that's the season finale. That's what I believe. I was meant to react to the Pusha T situation in regards to the whole contract situation, but we're gonna do that another time. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Yeah, man, I think it's gonna be the season finale based on those things that's happened. It is what it is. It's had a decent run. It's had a decent run. Let's just be fair. Fair is fair. All right. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, because more content is coming. Yeah.